The reason for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
All
because
right,
we're
we're live,
live.
Kev. We are
We're
absolutely
live?
Yeah,
Okay.
we live now, so don't be popping
all the
in.
way live. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on another Sunday. Last week, Sunday, Tiffany was in New Orleans. Let me make a correction. I think I said she was in Atlanta. Tiffany was in New Orleans. Kevin had an emergency. Kevin, how's your dad? Well,
Dad's doing good. It was a close call. We didn't know what to think. Everybody was scared that, he was full of Chuck Norris, but he pulled through.
okay.
Okay, great. Shout out to your pops.
Dad made it through, still kicking. Not his time, not his time. Glad he's still here.
So, Tiffany, what were you doing in New Orleans? So were you?
I actually went to New Orleans to go for the Super Sunday. A lot of people don't know that the black people were not allowed to go to Mardi Gras when it first started. It wasn't allowed. So they had to create their own, festival, which is called Super Sunday, the Maskin Indians. So
Mm.
that's one of the reasons why I went. I wasn't able to see my Maskin Indians, but we was able to go to see the second line, which was amazing, just to be around the people and the culture and just to see how resilient they are after 20 years after the Katrina. And we cannot forget they had to go through the COVID too. So it was definitely a experience. If you like to drink and have fun and party hard, you will love that place because it's a party place. But we also was able to experience the Whitney Plantation. My mother, my sister, and my good friend Faith, we was able to go to the Whitney Plantation, which is a museum. And then we found out that Django, some of the film from Django was filmed there, and Candyland was right up the block. Like
Oh,
literally, it's like a whole row of plantations. The plantations are an hour away from New Orleans. So we was able to see that. So it was definitely an experience, and I'm glad that I took the trip with my family.
Well,
all
thanks
right.
for informing us that you and your family got a lot of money. You can take these trips. Guys like Carl and I had to plan way ahead of time to
Okay,
make these.
now that's where you're wrong. Okay, let me tell you the difference between broke people. We take a chance. Y'all have to plan out and doing all that. We took a chance, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was able to get 2 tickets for me and my mother for $400
Wow,
to
nice.
round trip to go there. So it was actually meant for us to go,
That's good.
for us to experience it and stuff. And yes, I think that black people should take vacations or go places. And sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. But you have to do something for yourself because you do need a break. You need to see something different and do something different. And y'all know, first of all, you travel more than me, Kevin, and Carl is from Barbados. Okay? He can go to his beautiful country and sit by the beach. Okay? So stop it.
No, I'm just teasing. No, it was great. It was great. No, I get it. I understand exactly what you said. It means a lot. Makes a lot of sense. So, I'm glad you experienced that, Tiffany.
Yeah,
Straight up.
sometimes you got to take a chance.
You
And,
got to do
I
what you got
just
to
took a
do.
chance.
Yeah, yeah.
We didn't have money like that, but we took a chance.
It's okay. You went on your vacation, ate some hot dogs and beans in the hotel room. It's just part of the
Oh no,
struggle.
I didn't eat hot dogs and beans. We went had fish. Oh, let me tell you one thing that I did not like. Okay. I made sure I looked up every black owned business that I could that I wanted to touch.
In New
Okay.
Orleans, in New Orleans, okay.
Do you know that at least three of the places that I looked up, black owned restaurants, was closed before sundown or they were not open?
Wow.
Wow.
So it's something going on with the black owned businesses down there. Remember, that's still the dirty South. That's Louisiana right next to Mississippi. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know if they have it controlled or anything like that, but you have to know someone to take you to a down home spot to be able to give you some black cooking. Because I did not find one down there at all because everything was closed before sundown.
Shout out to Mystical from New Orleans who's doing time in jail for rape.
Ooh, we.
Mystical, really?
Yeah,
Yes, this is his
That
second
guy?
time, so he must like taking coochie.
it's his
This
second
is
time, and he's facing a 20-year sentence. He he's sentenced in June, and they say he's facing 20 years for this rape charge that he was found convicted of, and he's sentenced in June, and it's 20 years. I don't know what's
this is
wrong with
his
this brother.
second time though,
It's,
Kev. Like,
I
what is going
know.
on with him?
It's a sickness. I mean, the guy has no problem getting women, obviously, being who he is. But when you in his position and you take it, then that just means it's a sickness that he can't help himself, and that's a damn shame. A waste of talent, a waste of another brother who had it going on that's now going to waste away in a prison the rest of his natural life because
Yeah,
the guy is in his 40s. If he's going to do 20 years, that's a sad thing.
yeah, it's really sad. Lil Wayne is from there, and what's his name?
Oh,
His
Juveniles from there also. New Orleans has some great rappers,
Yeah, New Orleans have a
Juvenile,
lot of history. Master P.
Master
We was
P.
able to see where he used to live at and stuff like that. So a lot of it is regentrification too. They
And
doing a lot of regentrification there.
Juvenile's doing well. He's bought a lot of property down there, a lot of the businesses down there. He did well with his money. And of course, Master P did well with his money too. Some of these guys did well with their money and did the right thing and own half of New Orleans and businesses and
I
all
don't
sorts of
think
stuff.
so. I don't
Well,
think they
I
own
just finished
half of
reading,
New
finished
Orleans.
reading an article on Juvenile. That's why I brought him up. He
Yeah.
has
I
done
don't
very
think they
well for
own
his money.
because you should see the infrastructure. The infrastructure for me, the streets was horrible, y'all. The streets and the sidewalk. My mother almost fell twice in her scooter because the streets is unbalanced. And I asked them, I said, what is my friend asked them, what is going on with your infrastructure? They said they took the money, baby. So
Yeah,
they robbed them
Mayor,
of their
isn't the
money.
mayor of New Orleans a black man? The mayor of New Orleans is a black man, right?
well, there was the other famous
They
mayor who
was,
was
but
there.
it's run by the man. I'm telling you
Oh,
right
really?
now.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, who's the black mayor who's doing time in jail? Did he ever get out? Mayor,
Oh yeah, Mayor Egan or Deegan or something like that.
he's the
Yeah,
one
he's
that
out of
ran.
jail. He's
Okay, he
out of
ran the
jail.
city doing Katrina, right? During
Yeah,
Hurricane
they said
Katrina.
that he stole the money,
He did.
which again, remember they always put somebody in head. So I don't think that he was solely by himself. Everybody has a hand in what they should have did more for the people of NOLA.
Watched a lot of documentaries on that cat, man. He's very talented and had a lot of charisma and had it going on. He chose to be a thug instead of a good politician, Tiff. He paid the price
Him
for
and
it.
a whole lot of others. It's so deep that you said that because after being around the people, I had to go and watch the documentary on Netflix called Hell or High Water. And it's 20 years after New Orleans. And it was able to tell me why I was feeling the way I was feeling, after experiencing that. And again, they're still in recovery after 20 plus years, still, in my eyes.
It's one of the few cities I've been to as an entertainer that I don't look forward to going back. I've been to New Orleans twice, and I don't think it's not on my bucket list to go back. I'm just not a fan of the city. It's the only place you go to where you can step one block over and you're dead. Like it's that dangerous of a city. Like you could be in a nice restaurant and go out and walk to your car and you can just lose your life that quick. Did you feel safe there, Tiff? I never felt safe in New Orleans.
So the thing wasn't, I was actually my friend made sure she had an Airbnb that was in the heart of NOLA and where the floods was at. We was on St. Bernard. We was in the 7th ward. So we're in the heart of it. So I saw black people and everything. I didn't feel scared. I just felt the uneasiness of what was going on. You can see that something was different. You understand? Again, we in Louisiana. We are in the South. This
You-
place has more plantations than than America. You understand what I'm saying? So you felt that. But what I did see, the people are physically beautiful, but you also see the pain. But between the pain, us black people, we so resilient. We still laugh. We still smile. We still going. You understand? But I think they can do so much for their people and for their community. I just didn't feel like you said. I'm sorry. I love y'all, Nola, but I'm not rushing to go back. Like, like, oh my God, that's the next, what's going on. And everybody I know, they love it because they enjoyed the partying. Now, if you drunk as hell and falling out, that's a place for you. You understand what I'm saying? Because you ain't even gonna recognize what's really going on, But it's a party city. Everybody had a cup in their hand. Everybody was drunk. The whole town is tipsy.
All right. So today we have several topics on the docket. We are talking about. I never heard of this guy, Jack Harlow. I don't know if Tiffany and Kevin know of Jack Harlow, but he's a white artist, and apparently he's singing R&B now, and he's doing pretty good. Apparently he's being invited to the cookout.
Who invited him to the cookout?
I don't know. I mean, he's killing it in R&B, right?
Yeah, we didn't
just
even invite
because he's
Robin
killing it in R&B don't mean he can come to the cookout.
We didn't invite Hall Note to the cookout.
So anyway, Mr. Jack Harlow was doing an interview, and during the interview, he was asked about his R&B roots and how's he doing in the R&B scene, and he said something to the effect of he's getting blacker, meaning his music. He's diving deeper into the R&B music. I guess that's what he meant. I don't want to put words into his mouth, but obviously the black people were not having it. A white man saying he's getting blacker with his music just did not sit right. So we're going to talk about Mr. Jack Harlow. Afroman, who's a rapper as well. He was sued by the Cincinnati Police Department for defamation and whatever embarrassment. Apparently, they raided Afroman's house and took his money and was looking for drugs, looking for hostages, all that stuff. Found nothing. Afroman, being an artist, being a rapper, made some satirical parodies of music making fun of the Cincinnati Police Department, and they did not like it, so they sued him, took him to court for defamation and a bunch of other stuff, and they lost. They lost big time. And so we're going to talk about that. Also, Kevin told me that Uber now has rideshare for women only. I mean, if you want a woman Uber driver, you can now specify, I only want a woman Uber driver.
And men are upset about this. Men are upset about this.
It's so stupid. I know why. Kev, listen, I'm a man, but men do some horrible things. We don't have a good track record when it comes to help with women. So I absolutely understand why they need like who's even arguing with that? Like this. So there's for women. Also, Chuck Norris passed away, and some of the world was sad, and some of the world didn't care.
Kev was very sad.
Yes, I was. He's a childhood hero. I understand that. We'll get into it. I guess that he was a Trump supporter, but before he was a Trump supporter, and I don't know the guy personally, as heroes, and you're a kid like myself who grew up in a tough neighborhood, a rough neighborhood, and a middle class family, and you leech onto heroes to help you, rise, and sometimes those heroes are people like guys like Chuck Norris, who we saw in movies, who, as a kid.
Chuck Norris, okay.
Well, my mom put me in karate when I was probably 12 years old, 11 years old, something like that.
Chuck Norris, not
and
Bruce Lee.
I say, well, Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris is like peanut butter and jelly. You didn't let me finish my statement. Yes, they both are together. So Bruce Lee was my guy. But Bruce Lee also passed away in 1973, and we were left with not his whole body of work because he passed away at the age of 32 in 1973. Chuck lived a long life and had a major movie career that Bruce didn't have. Now, had Bruce had lived, it would have been a different story most likely. But Bruce passed very early on, 32 years old, and only had a few movies under his belt. And to this day, he's still the most popular martial artist the world has ever seen. But Chuck built a name for himself and became a legend and an action movie star and all that sort of stuff. So as a martial artist myself, a guy who has studied different styles of martial arts, Chuck was the guy. You know, he was very good at his craft as being a fighter. You know, and people like myself looked up to him for that reason.
Right.
So we, you
We're
know,
gonna talk
as a
about,
kid, we find those people to look up to help us motivate. I was a big. I mean, I loved everybody as a kid. I mean, Sammy Davis Jr. You never everybody. You know, I took
all right,
pieces from everybody.
let me get this started, Kev. So
Okay.
we got, also we're gonna talk about the Trump war and the gas prices that are gas. Some places in America, gas prices are $6 a gallon. $6 a gallon. Actually, where I am, that's it's $5.89 for super unleaded. If you want super, you got to pay $5.89, which is almost $6.
I put super in my car, by the way, because I have to, and I don't have to, but it's recommended. And yes, it's up there where I'm live at. It's up in the high fives and 4, so it's out of control. No, before you run out and get an electric car, they're gonna hit the power grid sooner or later, also. So I'm too happy.
Yeah. Okay, so before I get things started, Tiffany, you want to do me the honors and explain?
We are protected by fair use only. We do not own the rights to the content or the music. Please make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment and let us know what you think. And it's our opinions only.
And I'm a therapist. You left that out.
All right. So we're going to kick things off today, talk with Mr. Jack Harlow, the vanilla R&B crooner who is caused some controversy because he said he got blacker with his, I don't know if he meant his music or if he himself is getting deeper into black culture. But if you're not black, you can't say I'm getting blacker. As if that I'm getting whiter.
Well, I wanted to. You got the him saying it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play some of his music because I didn't know what kind of music. But here's some Jack Harlow's music. Then I'll show what he said.
How did Jack Harlow go from this?
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
To this.
All I wanna do is get some time alone.
Here's the evolution of Jack Harlow's music.
Name on it. Bring the beat to me, I'ma come skate on it. Something like Timmy, I'm a one take on it, boy. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. My track record so clean, they couldn't wait to just bash me. I must be getting too flashy. Y'all shouldn't have let the world pop in her. Throw up the sex in her. Walking past a homeless in a Rolex. Just got off the stage on the Today Show and I basically felt soulless. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28 telling me I'm still a baby. All I wanna do is get some.
Wow.
Before I show the other videos, I want to say there's so much love in Tiffany's eyes for Mr. Jack Harlow.
First of all, I've heard all of those songs and didn't know it was a white guy. So how about that?
Show some more Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow is a perfect example of what happens when an artist starts creating based off feedback instead of passion. A couple years ago, he drops Come Home, The Kids Miss You, and people called it lyrically weak. Then he starts rapping his ass off on Jackman. The Jackman streams didn't go crazy. The label's like, Appa, yip, yip, we need a hit. So he pops out talking about, I'm vanilla, baby. Shout out Skilla, baby. Then the internet starts hitting him with the rap tourist allegations. He's gonna go country or rock any day now. It's inevitable. Then he does the complete opposite and drops Monica, which sounds like flavorless neo-soul. Jack Harlow has completely ditched his core sound. Back when 2 for 1 was producing all his music, it had this Kentucky bounce to it.
MTV, jam of the week. That's why she dancing with me.
Early collabs like Pick Your Phone Up with K-Camp and Drip Drop with Sci-Hi were amazing. He leaned into R&B on songs like Love Is Dro or Already Best Friends. It felt organic. Whereas Monica honestly almost feels like a parody at times. Goes back to my original point. Jack Harlow needs to realize feedback doesn't matter. No one is expecting you to be a rap goat or drop some genre-bending work like Kanye's 808s. You are too young to have fans missing the old you. Give us Sundown. Give us those introspective Baxter Avenue Rain type tracks. Come Home, The Kids Miss You had some gems too, like a Blade of Grass is a banger. Stop trying to fix something that was never broken. Just be you.
You just gotta be yourself. And see, I was iffy about him when he was talking about whips and chains. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really like that too much and being vanilla. But now he put on a pair of the beef and broccolis and he walking around talking about he got blacker. Is you cool? I blame y'all. See, I blame y'all because y'all be making people feel too comfortable.
Piggyback off what John's saying. John's saying you didn't retreat into a whiter genre. In fact, you arguably went into deeper into
I got blacker.
black music.
Yeah.
Deeper into blackness.
Yeah.
So was that conscious? Was that a little twist on?
And see, this is what happens when everybody think that they invited to the cookout. Because I'm confused. You sitting in a room full of white men and y'all think that y'all are qualified to say what is blacker or deeper into the black culture? Is you cool? Now I want him to sit in a room full of black people, do an interview, and say with his whole chest and that grin on his face that he got blacker. That's what I need. I need you to go into a space where you know you can't say nothing like that and say it out loud. Please. I really don't understand why y'all can't just appreciate instead of appropriating. Like, you can appreciate and not appropriate or disrespect.
Jack Harlow just needs to shut the up, like point blank, period. In connection with his latest album, his fourth, titled Monica, he said that he had gotten blacker for this set of recordings. I mean, what the fuck does that even mean? For example, what does a blacker album even look or sound like? Because first of all, we're not homogeneous. We are not monolithic. Our genius in music has ranged from soul to country to jazz to classical to hip hop to R&B to blues and beyond. Was he addressing one of those genres, or rather a caricature of blackness that he has constructed and apparently feels privileged enough to borrow? Real talk. We, black folks, will celebrate non-blacks who learn from and respect our culture. Lord knows we love us some Tina Marie, Bobby Caldwell, Robin Thicke, Joss Stone, Michael McDonald, Average White Band, John B., George Michael, and so many more. But the key is respect, a level of reverence, actually. We are not a culture you just use and try on for record sales. Learn your history. Gain some real respect, little boy.
I got blacker.
Black music.
Yeah.
Deeper into blackness.
Jack Harlow is getting eaten alive in these internet streets. Somebody had time. Darn. The gentrification of Lauryn Hill. Jack Harlow's Rhythmless Nation. HOA straight out of croutons. Suppressions is diabolical. Vanilla. Somebody had time. White sugar. You can't say I got blacker. What are you talking about? That is offensive. That is disrespectful. That is reductive. This is not something that transfers. It's giving, I want their rhythm even though I know nothing about their blues. Jack knows nothing about being black, and his music sounds like that.
It's time we speak the fuck up. Stop letting these people talk that like that. We let anybody in this community. We're too welcoming. I see a white boy hit the nay-nay in a goddamn sweater vest. It's 1,000 comments from my people inviting that cookout. Who cookout couldn't he come to? Not ours. We wear koofies at our cookout. It's only beef ribs on our grill. Fuck you. But I never forget, one of my cousins was drunk as shit and invited a random white person to the party. Dig right in, making big ass plates. Mind you, John, my seafood salad. Okay? This piling it up like this. She got a pile this high of seafood salad. Where the fuck you going? Let me tell you, Sue don't play with them whites. Wanda. She said, what the fuck you doing? Just like that, what the fuck are you doing? White boy? He said, oh, buddy here said I could come and say, come on, he's my friend. My mom cussed him out. Took the plate and scooped the back in the trays. You ain't welcome here.
With With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. It's called
Kevin and Tiffany.
Now
welcome to the Black Therapy Show.
Let's
go.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us another Sunday here on the Black Therapy Show. Kevin and Tiffany are back in the hangout.
Glad to be back.
All right. So let's kick it off with Mr. Jack Harlow. I don't know if he meant or if he knew. How can you be white in America and not know how to speak or what to say? Maybe he feels so comfortable around black people. He felt comfortable enough to say, I'm getting blacker. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember when Bill Maher said the N-word. Bill Maher said, I'm not your house, N-word. And he felt comfortable saying that because he was known to be around black people. He hung out with black people. He had black girlfriends. So I don't know if it's a case where you get so comfortable around black people, you feel that you can say certain things, but you really can't because you're still white, you're not black. But I'll let Tiffany and Kevin take this because, there's certain things that I kind of step away from because I wasn't born in this country. I don't have the same gut feelings that Tiffany and Kevin has. But I do understand, how they feel. So Tiffany,
I don't know who's giving out passes to these white people saying they can come to the cookout because they can sing a little soul. I'm not into Harlow, but I heard of him and him saying that he's becoming blacker. Is it that you got black producers, you're using black music that's giving you this blackness? Let me tell you something. I have in certain white clubs, they would tell you they listen to black music, but they don't want black people there. So if you are able to have a white guy be able to sing soul, that's a plus for them. You understand? Look, we got Eminem, he does rap, but he makes a lot of money because he get it from the blacks and the whites. So he's probably trying to get the black and the white money. But I'm not buying your album. You would never understand our walk of life, of soul. You understand? And don't get it twisted. Like one of the girls mentioned, we had a couple of white people that can sing their ass off. Tina Marie, you understand? We give props to her. But they gave respect to black people. They didn't say they was blacker or they getting blacker. He probably slept with a black girl and she probably made him feel like he was half black. What you think, Kev?
Yeah.
I think to answer your question, who's giving them a pass to the cookout is us, Tiffany. It's us. Dating all the way back, one of the first concerts I ever saw when I was a teenager was the Osley Brothers, and their opening act was Hall & Oates. So at a place called the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland. And the audience, we love Hall & Oates. Sarah Smile was a big hit in the hood, right? So the average white band, and it goes on and on. Now we got the new generation of white guys, Justin Timberlake and Robin Thicke, not Robin Thicke, that was his dad. Robin, I'm talking about it anyway, but yeah, Robin Thicke was the dad. Was it the dad? I don't know. So
Robin singer.
Yeah, the singer Robin Thicke. Yeah.
No,
so,
John B. Well,
John B, who was on a song with Tupac, right? And if you go to a John B concert back in the 90s when he was hot, the only white person in the room was him. And the band was black. So we give these people, we invite these people to our cookout. We put these people into our world and we accept them, and when they do something like what Mr. Harlow just did, we get upset, but it's our fault. We give them this, we make them comfortable. We bring them into our world. We give them permission to be in our world and sing our music. they don't sing it as good as us.
They would never, because they don't have the soul we got.
Well, they don't have the natural soul, right? What's the guy that was hot a few years ago from Europe, and he said something negative about Michael Jackson? Can't think of his name right now. Wish I could. Man, he caused some heat for that. White boy who had a couple of hits and then said something negative about Michael, and I think that ruined his career. Like, you don't have a right to come into sing a song, you have one or two hits, and then say something about Michael Jackson. Like, no, that can't happen, right? So I think the black community let him go, and he's probably singing in bars right now. So I'm just saying, we're the people that allow this to happen. But they make good music too, right? I mean, I don't listen to John Harlow's music or Jack Harlow's music. I've heard some of those hooks that Carl played. I've heard them on the radio. Not my thing. I don't listen to new music, but I'll pop on some Hall & Oates in a heartbeat. You know, I'll listen to some John B in a heartbeat. You know, I listen to the Average White Band. They had a couple of hits. Love of Your Own. We grew up on that music, you know.
Who was the other one you mentioned? I think his father is an actor.
Yes, but his father was a game show host.
Not John B. Not John B.
No, not John B. It was the one that was married to Paula Patton. What's his name?
Well,
he's married to the black. Yeah, he's married to Paula Patton. He's had a lot of hits, and all his music is basically. So his father was. His father had a racist statement back in the day. His father had a talk show, like a daytime talk show, that came on. I think it was an ABC back in the day, and his father was interviewing Jane Kennedy. And I got to Google it, make sure it was Jane Kennedy. I believe it was his energy. And he said, "You're very beautiful. What do you mix with?" And Jane Kennedy said, "I'm not mixed with anything." He goes, "You have to be mixed with something because you're very beautiful." Like, he made that blur on national television. Like that was crazy for him to say that to a black woman. You're beautiful. You have to be mixed with something. And that basically was a black eye on his career for a long time. His talk show kind of took a hit because of that. But his son came out, you know, to be, he's married to a black woman, attractive black woman at that, and then went on to make some really good music, you know, over the years. Somebody in the chat line tell me who the hell I'm talking about, because I can't think of it right now.
I'm trying to look for it too.
Yeah.
Alan Thicke and Robin Thicke?
Robin Thicke is the singer. Alan Thicke was the dad. So Alan Thicke was the guy who made, Robin Thicke. So Robin, you know, and I saw him in concert too. He was opening for, I took my daughter to see Alicia Keys when she first got really hot. My daughter's a big Alicia Keys fan. Took her to a concert, and Robin was opening act, you know. And he was good. I mean, you know, he has a good voice. You know, he got some soul, but he's not.
He also got sued by Marvin Gaye's
family, yeah, for stealing that hook. Yep. Had to pay that money out, stealing from Marvin Gaye. That's right. You're absolutely right. Pharrell was involved in that too, right? So Pharrell was on that track that he got sued for also. So, but look, these guys always want to be us. They always go, you know, dating back to Elvis Presley and before that, you know. Jerry Lee Lewis, you know, ripped off Little Richard, you know. So, and it's always been that way throughout the history of the music business. These guys want to be black and sing soul music, you know. And some of them outsell us, you know. I think you think of the singer name right now. I'm just having a brain lock. I apologize, but he said that that if he sung the same song that another white artist sung, it wouldn't get half the hits, or it wouldn't sell that many copies. Tank said that. The singer Tank, was talking about a white artist who sung a song. He said, if I sung that same song, it wouldn't be a hit.
He was talking about Sam Smith singing "Stay With Me."
Yes, and I'm glad you brought up Sam Smith's name. Sam Smith was the one who said something negative about Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought his name up. I couldn't think of that fool's name. He said something negative about Michael Jackson after having one.
So well, because his name just popped up on my thing. I'm looking at.
Yeah, after having 1.5 hit, he gonna say something about Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
but Kevin and Tiffany, isn't that who we are as a culture, though? Aren't black people the most welcoming culture? I mean, I think it's just in our DNA to welcome everyone, right? If you woke up tomorrow morning, Kevin, and you saw a Chinese or any European family moving,
we're very welcoming.
You wouldn't flinch. You wouldn't like go back in the house and make, you know, say, "Hey, Patricia, there's some Asians, there's some white people." No, you probably go out, say hi, whatever. It wouldn't, but I think we as a culture, Black people are very welcoming. You know what I mean? And Emma Crawford on YouTube is saying that, yeah, we invite everyone to the cookout, which is true, Emma, but that's who we are, though. Isn't that who we are? Like, Black people are very welcoming. I don't know if it comes from all the years of being oppressed that we don't
I
want to
think
put
that's
that.
what it is. You just said it right there. I think it's the years of us being oppressed,
We don't want to,
and we just let anybody, in.
and we don't want to. We know how it feels, and we don't want other people to feel that way. I don't know if that's why we are so welcoming, but I'm sure after Jack Harlow, there'll be other white artists that once you have talent, you have talent, and we don't care. You know what I mean? We really don't care. But like they said in the video, you still got to have some level of respect. You can't say stuff like I'm getting blacker. No, you have a talent. You have a knack for singing R&B like a Black artist. Enjoy it. And if you feel you're getting blacker, don't say it out loud.
So who buys this guy's music? If Jack Harlow walked past me in the grocery store an hour from now, I wouldn't know who he is, right? So
No, I wouldn't know who he is.
I have no
either,
idea
but-
who the hell he is. So who's buying his? Who buys his? Does he have a Black audience following? Or if you go to a Jack Harlow concert this upcoming Friday night, who are you going to see there, Tiff? Do you know? Is it going to be Black audience or white?
I don't
You
know,
don't
but
know either?
I saw in his music video he got a Black girl in there too. So you're trying to promote interracial relationships or white guys messing around with Black girl. Like I said, I never heard of him before. Only signature white singers I know is Tina Marie, George Michael. Because George Michael had that for him. And probably a few others, but Lisa Stanfield. You remember Lisa Stanfield
Oh yeah, being around the world, around yeah.
Yo,
Hey, that's my
for
girl.
real,
That's
I
my
didn't
girl.
even know she was a white girl till you saw her video on music video abuse. I will never forget it. And she had that little curl in the front of her hair. We said, "Oh shit, she's white." Oh,
Yeah.
and who's the other one? They want to try to make me go to rehab, but I said no, no.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about my girl? What's her name?
Oh, damn, his whole phone fell out. Yeah, she wound up dying. She wound up dying of alcoholism.
Right.
And stuff like that. But she was fake. She was very soulful. And you know what she said? If you listen to her music, she said only thing she did was listen to Black people all day. That's all she did. So that's how she got her rhythm and soul. It's because of that, And I think that was a lot for her too, I think she was trans Black. She really wanted to be Black. Her and Lisa Marie is trans Black. They really want to be Black, but they was white.
Yeah, I mean, when Black people sing what they call white music, which is really not like country music. Amy Winehouse, thank you. Someone just put it in.
Thank you, Amy Winehouse. Yes.
Amy Winehouse. Yeah, when Black people sing country music, like Beyonce sang country music.
Oh, they had a problem with it.
They had a problem, but it wasn't even a problem with her music, or she didn't say anything negative about country music. She just put out a good country song, and they just hated her simply because she was Black.
Yeah, she's a Black woman. You
Right.
heard the guy from Dukes of Hazzard, and he actually played on one of Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Haves Not. He was like, Beyonce over here peeing on everything. And you're looking at him like, did he just reference her as a dog because she's doing country music? Her family is from Texas. I mean, are you serious? Are you trying to tell us that we can't do that? We can't sing country music because we Black and y'all got the whole thing y'all got the everything covered up? No. So
Yeah.
listen, we should gatekeep our music. And since he want to say that he Blacker, we need to cut his ass off.
Look, when Elvis first came out, we all know what they said. They wanted a white man who could sing Black. That's why. And when they found Elvis, they're like, bam, jackpot. That's all we need, a white man who can sing and act Black. You
want to hear something with Elvis? Do you know that all his backup singers was Black?
Yeah.
One such as Whitney Houston's mother, Cissy Houston, sung background for him. So he still had soul that was in the back singing for him. So they knew what they was doing. They know that they can't be like us, and they need someone to be either to help them. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Harlow's producers are black, or whoever's making his music is black. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you want a black soul, you're gonna have to find someone that knows that or study our music. You understand? And like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if the producers of his album is black.
And side note on Sissy Houston, may she rest in peace, by the way. Elvis tried to hit that, according to her. In one of her interviews, she said that Elvis came to her hotel room late one night and was trying to
get
get
Trying
that
to get him some chocolate.
Try to get him some chocolate. And she said
Some Jersey
she
chocolate.
didn't do it because she was afraid of the consequences of what might happen afterwards. But she didn't say she wasn't attracted to him. She just said that she was afraid of what might happen, the consequences of the action happening. But he did come to that hotel room wee hours of the night to get him some Houston.
Especially with the black and white thing.
Back in those days too. Yes, sir. Back in
They
those
was
days.
not allowing that. They wasn't gonna see that. They would probably harass her. And
No,
probably
they would.
try to kill
White girls
her.
would have killed her. White girls would have killed her. But I think it would have got out. I don't think Elvis was going to broadcast that. That was his side piece. He just wanted that side piece to knock on that door when he had that chance. Probably he would have knocked on that door for that side piece. I think that's what she didn't want. I don't know. I'm not.
Who don't want no chocolate brownie?
I'm just telling you what she said. Elvis knocked on that
They
door.
want us. You know
Elvis
they want
knocked
a
on
taste
that
of
door.
that chocolate.
And Elvis knocked on that door. Go ahead, Elvis.
All right, we're gonna move on from Jack Harlow, and we're gonna move on.
Bye, Jack. We're not seeing you.
Damn, Jack is done. Jack is done. Jack
is done. Get
All
your
right.
white ass out of here.
I'm going back to the Hall of Notes.
Just all these
Wow.
artists have to do is just show the culture some respect.
Yeah.
Because
that's it.
Like when Buster Point Dexter sang "Feeling Hot, Hot, Hot." That was a black calypso artist from the Caribbean, from Antigua, I want to say, one of the islands. But I mean, I'm sure the Buster Point Dexter had to pay royalties or whatever. But I mean, he took that island song and he turned it into, he took it global, which they appreciated. But the black man could not, get it out there. So it's like you take a white man who can sing like a black man, and once they start singing and the song takes off, it's
And they love our music. They love our soul. And a lot of the music that is today, it was started from black people. You understand? Yes, don't get it twisted. It is some white people out there that can sing. But ask Dolly Parton, when Whitney Houston did her song over, her first check was $1 million.
Right.
So she didn't have no problem with that. So again, everything that we touch turns to gold. And our music, our everything that we go through, we bring it through our art. So we started almost everything from country, rock and roll, to jazz. We did all of that. Gospel, we did all of that.
But
we bad people. Oh, put some respect on my girl Dolly Parton's name, by the way.
I never said.
No, she did. In Dolly's defense, I'm not saying we need to defend her, but Dolly Parton did donate millions of. She says she donated millions of dollars. She made millions of dollars off the royalties from Whitney's song, and she donated a lot of that money to black communities. She said that on record. So shout out to Dolly.
Good.
Shout out to Dolly Parton.
Thank you, Dolly.
But I mean, the thing is, when black people sing songs, like Whitney Houston, she sang Dolly Parton's song, but there is nothing about Whitney Houston that said, I'm singing a white song, I'm trying to get into the white culture, I'm trying to...
Right, she made it her song.
Just sang the song. Whereas a lot of these R&B, these white artists who are singing R&B, you know what I mean? It's like... You know what I mean? It's like there's an emphasis on I'm singing a black song. I'm singing. No, just sing the song. You know what I mean? If you got it, you got it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Like,
Carl, you had a bigger note, Carl. Like you think about the Carpenters had that song, Superstar. Then Luther sung it, and it became this anthem and a whole different level of a song, right? So whenever we touch anything, like Tiff said, it turns to gold. Like Luther did a Carpenter's hit and turned it into a masterpiece ballad love song. If you look to the Carpenter's version and then this is Luther's version, it's like, what? Like, what? It's like Luther took it to another level. And the same with Whitney took that song, Dolly Parton song, to another level. That's why they don't like us.
Yeah, and Beyonce just did a song off of Dolly Parton and it went platinum. You understand what I'm saying? So again, everything that we touch turned to gold. So that's why they want to touch our music. This is why they want to get into our genre, because they want that thing. But if you don't have the soul, if you gotta go up there and go on a platform and say, I'm becoming blacker, that's a problem for me.
All right. So Afroman, a rap artist, like I told you guys earlier, he was being sued by the Cincinnati Police Department because he made fun of the police department of Cincinnati, and they lost. Afroman was triumphant, and in true Afroman,
he had them Karens crying on the stand. They was on the stand crying. Did y'all see? First of all, the Lick of Me Low Lisa. That is one of the videos. Again, that's a very I'm gonna say right now, it's very X-rated, but it is funny as hell. But I just like that he turned his tragedy into a comedy, and I knew y'all would like it because y'all comedians. And he made it into a comedian. Only thing he asked was for y'all to fix his door, fix his gate, and put back, give me back my money you stole. You understand? And, pay for what y'all did. And they said no. So he did music videos, and his pound cake video got 11 million views. So he got his money back.
All right, so here's Afroman.
The jury just found rapper Afroman not guilty, and he will not be ordered to pay the $4 million for defaming 7 Adams County, Ohio deputies in his music video using home security footage of them raiding his home. After hours of deliberation, Wednesday, the jury ruled in Afroman's favor on all counts, disagreeing with the deputies' allegations that the rapper had violated their rights and owed them millions of dollars in monetary damages. The 7 deputies with the Adams County Sheriff's Office testified at trial asking for a combined $3.9 million in damages. They alleged in court documents that Afroman defamed them by using their likeness without permission and causing humiliation, ridicule, mental distress, embarrassment, and loss of reputation. Afroman has spent the last several days in court defending his art and freedom of speech in the trial, and the jury agreed with him. After the verdict, Afroman posted a video in his red, white, and blue suit and glasses celebrating the win.
You were called Officer Pound Cake?
Multiple times.
You
received hundreds of pound cakes at work from different people.
And the context of that name comes from a music video that Mr. Foreman created, correct?
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just a little pound cake. Mama threw it down, it takes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Living pound cake, he wanna put down his wife. Living pound cake, trending on TikTok. Living pound cake, he's a family guy. Living pound cake, munchies because he got hot. Living pound cake, pound cake.
So that is why they're suing Afroman, because they said that guy said he was devastated. They were sending hundreds of pound cakes to the police department.
600.
600, really?
Damn.
600 pound cakes.
600?
But wait a minute, the female Lick 'em Low Lisa, if you listen to her, she sound like a man, right?
Right.
So he was like, I didn't know you was a biological woman.
It's
He said,
hilarious.
you said, I'm telling you, I sent y'all the video to watch. Y'all gonna be traumatized. I sent it for y'all so y'all can see it. But just check y'all what's what. But it was so funny because when she's up on the stairs, she is crying. I mean, bawling as they playing the song "Lick of Me, Lisa Low." They was like she licking everybody in the whole town. Yo, he went in on her. But again, if you listen to what he said, I would have never knew who y'all names was. I would have never saw y'all if y'all was not go to my house, break in my house, go through my coats, my jackets, my CDs. You broke my door, you broke my gate, you cut off my cameras and didn't find nothing. You didn't apologize for it, and you didn't even say you would reimburse me. When I asked you, can you reimburse my what's called? They said they wasn't responsible for it. So he said he used his art of rapping and he did a rap song and it went viral and he made back his money. But then you got the Karens over there, the 7 Karens crying. He's hurting me. They sending me 600-pound cakes. They mad because it's funny. And he had, like he said, he has was free speech. The video was in his home. It wasn't out. It's not like he used it. It was in his home. It's his property. And y'all came on his property. So it made me feel like the Alabama brawl. You understand what I'm saying? Like somebody got their white ass back. You understand what I'm saying? And I know the judge, I think the judge was like, I don't believe we in this courtroom. Because white people done got their feelings hurt.
Yeah. Well, if they did that to Afroman, imagine what they do to regular people and get away with it. It just so happens.
Yeah.
The platform, he had cameras, he had all that stuff. They probably do it to regular old people on a daily basis.
Yes.
They do nothing about it. They get away with it.
And that's what he said. Just what you said. He said, imagine if I didn't have cameras. He said they probably would have put something in my house to blame something on me. He said they only was coming for me is because I'm a black man with 5 acres of land. You understand? And he said the money y'all stole, I pay taxes on all of that. So why is y'all coming for me? Why are y'all doing this? We already know, like you said, regular people go through it all the time. And he even mentioned that he had to give his ex-wife the passcodes to his safes. He said, which I didn't want to, but I didn't want y'all to take my safes and put something in the safes and then say it was mine. You understand what I'm saying? So she can be able to open it. So he's a very smart man. And he said, we all know the system is run by white supremacy and y'all wasn't going to get me. That's what he said. Yo, I'm telling you, it was an amazing case. I cracked up the whole time. I was laughing because I was like, this is the best comic I had in this new year.
Yeah.
I think he needs to pack his shit and get out of Ohio. That's what I think.
You think so?
I wouldn't feel safe there because they won't get revenge or they want revenge. You know how it is, how the system is. They're gonna come after this brother somehow, some way to try to get revenge on him. So because you
I
can't.
thought about that too, but so if you listen to his interview, first of all, he comes from California, and he wound up coming to Ohio because he fell in love with a girl. But the young lady's brother had land and he bought the land from him and he said he loved it, to have the peace and hearing the birds chuckle. He said, I love the party hard. He said, but it's nothing like coming home to a peaceful home. So that's messed up that, that's just real talk that you talking, Cap. Is he going to be safe after this because he beat the system? And then now these white people is mad as hell because they're being dragged up and down social media because he went viral again. He went viral because this happened 2 years ago. Y'all know this, right? This happened 2
They
years
know
ago.
that. Wow, is that old?
It
Wow, they know
just
that.
came to court. You understand what I'm saying? Because they wanted to sue him because they felt like he disrespected him. He was like, no, y'all wouldn't pay for my door, so I had to raise money for it, and I did it through a video. So you are right. I don't know if he's gonna stay there or if he's gonna feel safe to stay there. We hope that he can feel safe to stay there because if anything do happen to them, they're gonna be liable for it too. If anything do happen to him.
Yeah. All right. So shout out to Afroman. Obviously, we're so happy you won. Tiffany said it reminded her of the Alabama brawl. that happened a few years ago. So yeah, so I'm really glad that Afroman, came out victorious. It was stupid. I mean, how are you gonna sue somebody because you don't like what they said in a song?
Right. Stupid as hell.
I mean, with all the diss tracks that rappers do against each other, I mean, come on.
Well, NWA's first big hit they had was "F the Police." Remember? Yeah, that was Ice Cube and MC Ren and Easy E and Dr. Dre. "F the Police" was that big hit back in the '80s. Their first thing that put them on the map, right? "F the Police." So yeah, they ain't say "F the way."
And look, and he said, I'm a rapper. He said, I got real evidence of the cops coming up in my house. That's a one up. Like,
Yeah, there's a one up, no
he
doubt.
was like, nobody has evidence of the cops coming in their house, tearing up your shit, stealing your stuff. And then you was looking at the pound cake. Like if you look, he took a step back and looked back at the pound cake. He was like, damn, did he want to put his gun down to get a slice of that pound cake? Like, that's
hilarious.
I thought it was
That
very
is funny.
comical. And I'm glad that he got them back some way or way, because it was wrong. Like he said, if y'all never went in my home, they had him for kidnapping and drug paraphernalia. He said you didn't find one person that was kidnapped, and you didn't find no pounds and pounds and pounds of drugs, because that's what they had him up under. So that means y'all was picking on him.
They found pounds of pound cake. Pounds of pound cake.
All right, so I think yesterday, Chuck Norris, one of the Hollywood action heroes, passed away. And like I said earlier, some people are sad, and some people just didn't care because apparently Chuck Norris was very MAGA. He was super MAGA. So some people are like, we don't care when MAGA died. Now, Kevin and I and Tiffany had a discussion before we went live as to if that's a good thing. Should we not care about people just because they're MAGA when they pass away? Should we show some empathy? But today, what's his name? Mueller passed away. The FBI, the former FBI director, Mueller passed away, and our president put out a tweet saying he's glad he's dead. I'm glad.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So sad. So disgusting.
President. So anyway, so here's a video of what people think of Chuck Norris. And I don't know. The president if he's setting the tone for the country, or is this who America is? Has America always been this kind of culture where we don't care if you don't look like me? I don't care if you're dead or you don't think like me.
Okay, so martial arts legend Chuck Norris has passed away at the age of 86, and you do not need to feel bad for him. A lot of people don't know this, but Chuck Norris was actually an icon in the Republican space, and he did advocate for conservative values and even wrote conservative editorial. Chuck Norris endorsed Donald Trump in 2016, in 2020, and again in 2024 after he already tried to overthrow the government. He also endorsed Mike Huckabee, who is a Zionist and the current ambassador to Israel. Mike Huckabee has said that he wants Israel to steal other countries that are nearby so that it could unlock the Armageddon where Jesus vaporizes all of us. He also denies the Shmenocide in Palestine as well. And Chuck Norris, like a lot of actors, started off as more progressive, but in his older age decided to abandon all his values and be conservative instead. He was one of those, I used to be a Democrat, but they just went too far. But somehow the Republican Party being overrun by PDF files, that wasn't too far for him, at least. And somebody watching this video is probably thinking like, wow, bro, like just because he was a Republican, you're going to mock him now that he's gone. His body's not even cold yet. And I want to state for the record that if he was just a Trump supporter, I'd be like, all right, like you're allowed to be stupid. I don't think that I need to make a video about you. But here's the thing, like he was a political operative for a fascist government, okay? All those little Chuck Norris memes are being flipped against us because people are like, oh, Chuck Norris is cool. I'll vote for whoever Chuck Norris said. Now look at us. We got a war in the Middle East. The economy is crashing, and it's all because of Chuck Norris's political beliefs. If you're less than like 45 years old, the only reason why you know Chuck Norris is because of the memes, and those were not created by him. They were created by the internet. He's not Jackie Chan. He's scumbag Steve. Now, if you want to support a real martial arts legend, you can like, share, or follow, or you can also support me by streaming my music. My album Blockbuster is on all platforms.
So I woke up this morning to the news that Chuck Norris passed away. You know, and I see it all up and down my timeline, especially a lot of my African American friends are like, oh man, Chuck Norris is gone. Let this be your reminder. Chuck Norris was the one who said we would have 1,000 years of darkness if President Obama was elected. And then he went full-fledged MAGA. Let's not forget, he wasn't our friend. He didn't know you. He didn't like you. He didn't want you. He didn't want rights for you. He didn't want anything good for you. But yet y'all around here talking about, oh man, Chuck Norris is gone. And what y'all having for breakfast today? What y'all want for dinner tonight? That's where I'm at. Y'all, he let his legacy be tarnished. So let it be. Let's not try to save people. Same thing with Hulk Hogan when he passed away. If he wanted to keep his legacy alive, then he should have done better when he was alive. Y'all, let it go. Oh well. Oh well. Hope he see the devil soon.
I know this is going to be a somewhat controversial take, but when someone who is hardcore MAGA dies, I don't really care. Now, that doesn't mean that I wish for something bad to happen to them or I'm glad that they're dead, but I just don't care. I don't expend my spoons of empathy on them. Now, I watched an entire series about a woman who got a mommy makeover on here and died afterwards as a result of medical negligence. Now, at first, I was liking some videos, I was invested in the story, and then I decided to just, scroll back a little bit and noticed that she was very hardcore MAGA. I took away my likes and I moved on, just like that. Because someone like that didn't support me or people I care about when she was alive, and I don't owe her my empathy when she's gone. So if you're somebody who thinks that they have to extend empathy to someone who died, who spent their life voting against your interests, let me give you permission to not. And that's perfectly reasonable.
So there you have it. People seem to not care. I mean, if people have different political views, but in my opinion, it's not just political views. Kevin, you remember back in the day when it was like when the George Bush era, when George Bush was, we had political differences, right?
Right.
We didn't have one side who hated black people, one side who had pedophiles versus the other side. Now, I mean, the MAGA people are to such an extreme, you have to hate them. There is absolutely nothing to like about the MAGA movement. Absolutely nothing. We had disagreements with the Republicans back in, but the MAGA movement, in my opinion, they're just people that beg to be hated. So when they pass away, I'm feeling what those two women at the last two videos, I don't care. They wouldn't care if I passed away, right? They would not care. I'm not glad that Chuck Norris passed away. I'm not glad if a MAGA person passed away. I just don't care, because if you still support Trump and his regime and all the stuff they're doing, all the stuff they're saying, you are not a good person. And that's my opinion. And Kev?
I agree with everything you just said, Carl. It's a tough pill to swallow, but I agree with you, man. I don't know. I know there's a lot of Hollywood people that are Trump supporters, like I think Sylvester Stallone is a Trump supporter, right? We have a lot of black people that are famous that are Trump supporters, like Mike Tyson. So we have black athletes. I'm a big UFC. I watch a lot of UFC. I'm big on the UFC, which is the mixed martial arts league right now. That's very popular. One of the black champions, John Jones, was like the GOAT. He's the Michael Jordan of that sport. He's a Trump supporter, and it's heartbreaking, man. Like, to see a black man in this day and age, like a Mike Tyson, who you grew up watching, or not grew up watching, but just admired so much, or some of the football players. I found out boxing legend Tommy Hearns is a Trump supporter. Matter of fact, he spoke at one of Trump's rallies in Detroit. that was hard to watch. Tommy Hearns, come on, man, a Trump supporter. You know, I grew up watching Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, like crazy, man. So it is a really tough pill to swallow to see people that we admire, you know, turn out to be MAGA or Trump supporters. But with that being said, some of us still play R. Kelly's music, and he pissed on little girls, right? So, like, we could go to a cookout this summer, and R. Kelly's "In the Name of Love" will be blasting, and everybody gonna be on the dance floor, and nobody's gonna remember what he did, right? So, I'm just saying, we can't have it both ways. I mean, we can't have it both ways. I'm just saying, I'm not making. I get it.
Okay, so tell them why you liked him so much.
Well, I liked him before Trump was even thought about being president. I mean, I've been following Chuck Norris since the '70s. You know, the early '80s when I was a kid in the '80s. When I first saw Chuck Norris, my dad took me to the movie theater, a drive-in movie theater, to see Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris in a movie called Way of the Dragon, which was Bruce Lee's biggest movie. And Chuck Norris was the villain in that movie.
Into the Dragon, right? Into
the Dragon. That's what put him on the scene. That was the movie that catapulted him into superstardom. Yes, so that fight scene in the arena over in Rome. So that was legendary, right? So that's what put Chuck into the stratosphere of being who he became to be. So I've been, as a guy who studied martial arts, kickboxing and karate and all that stuff, kung fu, most of my life. Of course, I admire a guy like Chuck Norris because he was a real martial artist, not just a movie star. This guy really can fight in real life, you know. So he was a real champion in real life. So yeah, of course, you admire guys like that, you know, if you're into the arts, right? So then he went on to be a movie star on top of everything else. So I was down with Chuck way before I knew who Donald Trump was. Donald Trump was probably a real estate agent when Chuck Norris came on the scene, you know, so a real estate mogul, I should say, when Chuck came on the scene. So, you know, so I admired him from way back then, Tiff and Carl and anybody watching the show. So, but yeah, I've heard of his politics in recent years, you know, and it was disappointing to hear. And I was like, wow, but, you know, then you look at him, you go, he's an old man now. You know, you see this guy who was invincible most of his life, and then you see a picture of him on social media. Whoa, that's Chuck Norris? And you realize he's in his late 80s, you know, he's 84, 85, 86, you know, and you kind of just chug it off as he's old now, you know. I don't know if he's always been this way. He's always been a very conservative person. I've never met the guy, know nothing about him other than he was a badass action movie hero, and he's a badass person, kickboxer, karate man in real life. And I admired him for that. But we're going to find out eventually that a lot of people that we admire, like the Mike Tysons of the world, the Tommy Hearns of the world, basketball players, football, I mean, we might find out that that Michael Jordan might be MAGA. We don't know, right? We're going to find this out. All this stuff comes out.
What I'm learning, most people, not to cut you off, of MAGA is ones that got money.
Yes.
You notice that? They are controllable. They got money.
Well, in 2016, when Trump first came on the scene, Trump gave a lot of tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires, you know, and people wanted change in our government. So his claim to fame was, I'm different, vote for me. But after the first term, you know, you vote for him the second term, now I got a problem with you. I didn't like you when you voted for him the first term because I always thought he was a jerk. But then he showed us who he was during his first term with the racism and the billion putting down of Barack Obama and his family and all the stuff he done, the thousands of things he did to show that he was unfit to be in office. And then you voted for him again? That's unforgivable in my book, you know. The first time he fooled a lot of people. The second time, if you voted for him last November, you knew who he was and you still voted for him. Mm-hmm. And that's unforgivable.
So I want to ask you something. You really like Clint Eastwood. Why you didn't think about Jim Kelly? He was one of the black guys that was doing karate. Why did you focus more on this white man?
I'm going to tell you that because I was a big Jim Kelly fan, a huge Jim Kelly fan. Now, speaking of Jim Kelly, can you guys hear me okay? Because I see Miles. Can you hear me okay? Speaking of Jim Kelly, Chuck Norris trained with Jim Kelly. You can find Chuck Norris trained for a lot of black artists. I mean, a lot of black martial artists. He has lots of interactions with black people. So I don't know, because his politics with Trump in 2016 and 2025, I don't know what that was about, but he's always trained with top black martial artists like Jim Kelly. And every young black boy grew up as a Jim Kelly fan, Tiffany. Of course, Jim Kelly movies. I just talked to somebody the other day about Jim Kelly before Chuck Norris passed away. Like Jim Kelly was the man. I used to have a poster in one of my first apartments I ever had. I had a poster, there was like 6 foot tall poster of Jim Kelly on my wall. Yeah, so I've always been a huge Jim Kelly fan.
Also? Okay, so you like
I love Jim Kelly. I admire Jim Kelly. He was an amazing martial artist, a horrible actor, by the way, but an amazing martial artist. And but he also was in the circle with Bruce Lee, and he's in the circle with Jim Kelly. With Chuck Norris. So Chuck trained and sparred and toured the world and with a lot of black people, other martial artists. So I don't know that him supporting Trump was for Trump's racist beliefs.
Or maybe he was always like that.
I mean, you know, hey, Carl and I tell you all the time on this show how many white friends we have, or white colleagues, I should say, that we have that are now Trump supporters, and we're shocked by it. You know, Carl, how many friends have we lost, man? How many friends have we lost since 2016? That were guys that we have toured with, performed on stage with around the world, and we kind of find out these guys are hardcore Trump supporters, and it was so. Yeah, you never know what people's beliefs are, especially people you just know on TV. I'm talking, Carl and I have worked with people side by sides, been in cars with these people for hours, trains, planes, automobiles, and all the sorts, you know, hotel rooms, all this stuff with all these guys. And as soon as Trump comes on the scene being racist, we find out these guys are Trump supporters, you know, like, whoa, wait a minute. I've been knowing you for 25 years. You know, you wasn't that way until Trump became in office. So you never know who people are, you know. I don't know. There's no evidence that I know that Chuck Norris was still supporting Trump at the time of his death, or the second term. I know the first term he did. I don't know if he advocated for Trump in the second term. I don't know. There's no video of it. I mean, I never seen him at the Republican convention speaking or anything like that. Like Hulk Hogan.
He's an older man. He's an older man. I don't
Hulk Hogan was at all the Republicans. And Hulk Hogan's another guy that a lot of us, you know, watched as young men. We grew up watching him as a young man, you know, on WrestleMania and all that stuff. My brother and I were as teenagers. We thought Hulk Hogan was the man. Then come find out he says all this racist stuff about black people, and he's a big Trump supporter. When he passed away, I had absolutely no sympathy. You know, I was like, well, whatever, you know, whatever.
Yeah, when you.
But then, like we said before the show, Tiffany and Carl, some of our black gospel artists, you know, we find out are Trump supporters. I used to love me some CeCe Winans, but then I found out she's MAGA. I can't listen to her no more. I love the song. Her and Whitney Houston did that song together. Count on Me. I love that song. I can't even watch that song anymore. Man, I used to watch that video all the time. It just moved me, it stirred my soul, as they say. I love that video.
Once you find out who they are, you be like,
I can't watch it no more. I can't watch it. I can't look at it the same, because she's a hardcore MAGA, you know. And I can't do CeCe Winans no more. I just can't.
So is Gloria Gaynor's MAGA as well?
Gloria Gaynor's MAGA, yeah. So, yep. She will survive. No, she won't. No, she won't. I will survive. No, you won't. Not with people. And she's also, she got a big hit because when she, when it came out that she's MAGA, half the people that buy her records and come to her concerts in this day and age are the gay, the LGBT community.
Right.
Are big supporters of her.
Got her where she at.
Yep. They're big supporters of her music. And she stabbed them in the back because, you know, MAGA's not down for them either, you know? So,
you got people that like following the man. But let me tell you something, y'all. When he put in our message that Clint Eastwood died and he was traumatized, I thought that he went over there every week and gave him soup.
You mean Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris,
Clint
excuse me,
Eastwood,
Chuck Norris.
Clint Eastwood's racist ass is still alive. That's another
Oh,
guy. That's
Chuck Norris,
another
excuse me.
guy, though,
The way
Tiffany.
you was the way like your message was, you was so upset. I was like, damn, he act like he go over there every week and take him soup.
I was upset when I first heard the news because
Yes, you was, because that's the first thing came to my mind. But after you heard me, I put
he
it in thing. I'm not going
hey,
to
look,
say anything
I
bad.
don't know what the brother's top politics was. I mean, he down. I don't. I've never sit down and talk to Chuck and go, "Hey, man, why do you support Trump?" But look, the bottom line is, I admire him for his movie career. I love his action movies, and I also loved him as a martial artist way before Trump became a politician. Chuck Norris was a legendary martial artist, and martial arts is dear to my heart. It's my first love. Before I became a comedian and a magician and all that stuff, I was a martial artist. My mom put me. It kept me off the streets. Martial arts kept me off the
Yeah,
streets.
it's a very disciplined. I think that I like it because it's very disciplined. Also, a lot of people don't know is that Black people is what blew up the karate pictures because they used to play with the Black exploitation movies. If y'all
Yeah.
older than me, y'all should
Oh,
know this.
yeah. Of course.
And if it wasn't for Black people, I don't think the Asian movies would have went as far because everybody loved the karate shows, the karate chopping. And when they started trying to pull up that the Black people hating on Chinese people, we would never hate on them. We didn't know if they knew karate and would kick our ass. Shit.
Tell you a funny story, man. I was over in the Far East doing some tours back in the day, and I saw like real fights break out because I don't want to say this publicly. I'm going to say it. Asian people are horrible drivers. So I'm over in an Asian country, and we saw some fender benders, and every fender bender turns into a fist fight. That's the way it happens. So I'm in Seoul, Korea, and there's a fender bender like every other mile because they are horrible drivers, and it always ends up with two people getting out the car and going at it. And we saw this, as American tourists over there, but we're also on tour doing shows for the military bases over in Seoul, Korea. The funniest thing was nobody did karate. I'm like, wait a minute. I grew up watching all these martial art movies. Now I see real fist fights in the streets in an Asian country, and there's not one kick thrown, just a bunch of
nothing like
it's a bunch of haymakers. Like I'm like, this is some bullshit. I was pissed off. I couldn't believe I didn't see like a real kung fu fight in real life, but nobody ever threw a kung fu fight. It was all just two angry Asian guys just throwing haymakers at each other.
No, I saw I used to work at I used to have my salon inside of a beauty supply store, and one of the guys somebody stole. He literally karate chop kicked her ass right out the damn window. I was like, oh my God, they really know karate.
It's a stereotype though, right? It is a stereotype. Just like every black guy can't dance, every black guy is not hung like a horse, and every black guy doesn't know how to shoot basketball. It's all stereotype. We stereotype each other. Every Asian guy is not a martial artist. I mean, my mom I told my mom put me in a martial arts class when I was probably 10 or 11 years old. And the instructor was Black, by the way. The guy who was a black belt, my first black belt instructor was a Black man. When I left karate and got into Kung Fu, which is a different discipline, that guy was Black also. I had some Asian trainers over the years, but my two main instructors were Black men.
Yeah. Every trainer I saw was Black. Every karate expert or something, they was Black.
There's a lot of Black people into the martial arts that are really, really good, really, really good, and who have schools and stuff like that. And you go to these tournaments, and I used to go to a lot of tournaments, and they're all mostly Black people at these tournaments fighting for trophies and stuff like that. We're amateurs who aren't fighting for money. We're fighting to take home a trophy or something like that. So, we're really big into the martial arts.
Karate Kid.
Yeah. How about that? Yeah. So I mean,
right sun die your son, left sun die your son.
Yeah, so I was upset about Chuck's passing because I was looking at him as the martial artist icon that he was, not thinking about his political views that he had and stuff like that. But we're going to have to grapple with that for a long time because we're going to find out more and more people that we admire, especially celebrity admire people that we admire. You look at this chick, this rapper girl and gone buck wild. What's her name? Nicki Minaj. Yeah, straight MAGA.
But
And
listen, I'm not surprised about her. You know, she's not from here, so she would never understand the plight of Black Americans. And she
that's
was
not an
trying to
excuse. Call's not from
look out for
here.
herself.
Call's not from here.
No,
Right?
but I'm saying she's trying to look out for herself with her citizenship too, and
Right,
her
right, right.
man being a sexual offender. So that's another reason why you knew that she was going to try to kiss up to Trump. You know, Carl ain't kissing up to Trump.
I don't know. Paul, what's that poster you got on the wall back there? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let me show, because Trump actually said he's glad that
Miller died.
Yes.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, I just want to show this. Here we go.
I want all of the Republicans who got people fired for their reactions to Charlie Kirk's death to lock in for a minute and watch. Donald Trump just celebrated the death of Robert Mueller, a special counsel who investigated Russian interference in the 2016 election. He said, Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people. Donald J. Trump. When random people would celebrate Charlie Kirk's death online, Republicans would get them fired, they would dox them, they would put their personal information online, and basically ruin their lives. And now, look at this. Donald Trump celebrating somebody's death. And the thing is, no elected Democrats actually celebrated the passing of Charlie Kirk. Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, any Democrats in Congress put out a statement condemning it. But then you have Donald Trump saying, oh yeah, I'm glad he's gone for Robert Mueller. It's horrific, and I expect every Republican to condemn it because that's what you guys have done before, right?
Yeah, so that's Donald Trump saying he's glad someone's dead. And also, the whole Make America Great Again is, and I think somebody asked this question on Facebook, and I'm asking it, is America great yet? I mean, Donald Trump promised low gas prices, lower costs, lower food costs. I mean, food costs.
Everything's the opposite.
You know what I mean? And, but they still love him. You know why they still love him? Because he's a racist man, and that's why they voted for him. They voted for him because he doesn't like anyone that's not white. And that's why they voted for him. So they don't, if gas went to $10 a gallon, they would not care, because at the core of it all, he still does not like anyone that's
brown.
Huh? Yeah.
That's brown.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So they don't care. They don't.
That's so deep what you just said, Carl. It's a damn shame, but it's so true. Gas could be $10 a gallon. You know, I went to Wendy's yesterday. I was out doing some errands. I ran into Wendy's, and I bought a medium fry and a medium strawberry lemonade. Right? I was like, I just need something on my stomach, and it was $8. I was like, wait a minute, one fry and one medium strawberry lemonade and one medium fry is $8. I'm like at the window, like arguing with the little Spanish lady. Like, it's not her fault, right? She don't make the prices. I'm like, $8? I got two things. It just made me think like where we are as a country right now. Like, how's that even possible that a medium fry and a medium soda is $8? I'm like, what the hell is going on in this country right now? That is crazy.
You have people price gouging too, because the supermarket around the corner that's run by Spanish people, they are going up at least $2 or $3. What are y'all getting y'all money? Why is y'all price gouging like this? You know, even with the COVID, when we did COVID, you remember a can of Lysol was like $12, $13, $15. You're like, my God, we trying to kill everything up in there. Like it's just too much with the prices. But however, we do survive and we do make a way. So we pray that whatever is going on will calm down. You know, I'm not even wanting to even get into what's going on over there in Iran. it's just very sad. Like every time you turn around, there's something. He kept saying, his people kept saying, Trump is not going to bring wars. Trump is going to stop the wars. He's not, and he done been doing too much. And he only been here, what, a year and some change? And we still got, what, 3 more years to go? 2 more years and a half to go? I mean, it's just a lot.
Yeah. So let me play the great Tupac Shakur said this, and everyone's been bringing this up, but this line in this song always stuck with me.
You know it's funny when it rains, it pours. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. Said it ain't no hope for the youth, and the truth is it ain't no hope for the future. And then they wonder why we crazy. I blame my mother for turning my brother into a black baby. We ain't meant to survive because it's a setup, and even though you're fed up, you gotta
That's why.
You know it's funny when it rains, it pours. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. Said it ain't no hope for the youth, and the truth is it ain't no hope for the future.
Yeah, you're 100% right. They got money for wars. They got money for all these other countries, Argentina, all the places over there. They got money for that, but our streets need to be paved.
Yeah,
Our food. We got.
I saw a brother put out a video. I was trying to find it. I thought I had it, but he said whenever they say we need money for healthcare, we don't have it for that. We need money for child. We need money to help the poor.
They don't have it.
For the homeless. We don't have that.
Mental health.
Every time they say we having a war, my God, they're able to find some money for a war. You know, and what are they spending? Like $1 billion a day?
Yep.
Billion a day on that war.
And he's asking for more money from Congress right now. And if they give it to him, it's just sad, you know. Like,
yeah, and that should make us look at the people that are standing and representing us. How are y'all giving it? And we got internal issues where we're at right now. And that's another thing. A lot of people are turning their back on Trump and that what's going over there with the little hats. They are not trying to be bothered with them because they feel like we are America first. This is not our war. This is not what we're going through. We're trying to stabilize America. We got our own issues.
Yeah. So here's what this war is costing America.
In just 10 days, World War III has cost America an estimated $13.8 billion. $5.6 billion in munitions were burned through in the first 48 hours alone, running at roughly $1 billion per day. Iran fired 500 ballistic missiles and 2,000 drones at a cost of around $1.5 billion. But Iran took the heavier long-term hit. Over 1,700 targets destroyed. Its Air Force, Navy, nuclear sites, and command centers. That's an estimated $20 to $50 billion in military infrastructure built over decades. Meanwhile, Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz sent prices surging past $100 a barrel. 150 ships are stranded, and the global economy is losing an estimated $1.5 to $2 billion every single day it stays shut. And if the strait stays shut much longer, economists warn oil could hit $200 a barrel, tipping the entire global economy into recession. Like and subscribe.
Every time that somebody proposes a just and a social programming, what's the first thing niggas say? Where are we gonna get the money? As soon as the niggas say we're gonna go to war, I have never once heard a nigga say where are we gonna get the money. I never once heard y'all say where are we gonna get the money when it comes to war. When it comes to sacrificing an entire generation of young men in America, I have never heard that. Send a nigga in a foreign land for a problem that he didn't create, nor is he gonna solve. White, black, and in between. They're not fighting for American freedom. They're fighting for American imperialism. And once you get comfortable with the fact that we are the problem and we are the war machine, then you understand why this shit isn't justified. And this shit has to be an international money laundering scheme. It has to be. Because who the fuck is making the money? It ain't the goddamn soldiers. It ain't the goddamn citizens. It used to cost me $40 to fill the Kia up.
How much it costs now?
$60.
God damn.
A $20 hike. When I seen that bitch go past $50, I said, oh shit. What we doing?
Where we at with it?
Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Why is it going up? And they will gladly bankrupt America. But a lot of you niggas is so comfortable, so predisposed to kissing white people ass that you can't even say that this is a problem. You can't say that Marty Supreme is mid. You can't say I'll never listen to the Yaqub Kweli album. You can't say that there's something wrong with this war. Because now, and let's keep it real, a lot of you Latinos now just, all right, they back looking for Middle Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
They back looking for terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the cartel is in, God damn, the cartel in Mexico taking it over. That's a topic for another day. We'll say that for Patreon.
Yeah.
Wow. What happened to the first country that Trump bombed? And they took the president. What happened to that?
They're waiting for their court case.
Venezuela,
yeah, the bomb. That was like the drugs are coming from it. What happened to that? Like, did the drugs stop coming?
They killed all those
I seen a couple of
fishermen.
crackheads today. That's what I'm asking. Did the drugs stop coming? Like, it's still, people are still getting drugs every day in this country. So
You didn't hear nothing more else about it. They kidnapped the president, and they killed people on those boats. And now he's waiting for a case. Now you done moved on to the next thing. Like it's
didn't
just
stop any drugs because the drugs are still all over this country. Anybody can go out right now and get any drug they want in the United States of America on any street corner and get high. So what happened? We use a lot of taxpayers' dollars to bomb this country and kidnap the president and put him in the jail and all that stuff. And what did it accomplish?
and his wife. Like
What did it accomplish?
Well, we know that's all about getting the oil, right? Trump's thing is about getting the oil. He wants to take the oil. He's now talking about taking Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to take Cuba. It's like Columbus all over again, like how these white men went around the world because they have the bigger guns and the more ammunition and they're all powerful. They can just go take things. They don't, they just steal. They just go around the world stealing other people's stuff.
And look, Biden or Obama, they was not messing around with Cuba or Venezuela. They was not even looking to them like to do the things that Trump. What is Trump checking off a list of white things that he needs to do? Or he want to get back because they've been hating on Cuba for a long time. And Cuba didn't want to deal with America, period, because they are thieves. So American whites, they are thieves. So they don't want to deal with them. So why are you bothering them now? Now I know that Cuba, I think they're going through a light shortage now because they separated themselves. They're not up to date with a lot of things, but they rather be like that than deal with outsiders to come rob and steal from them. So it's like you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. And I hope he don't go over there and leave them people alone, please. Is it Fidel Castro? Brother is running that country.
Did he die? Like, did
Oh, he died, yeah.
Fidel Castro died, but I don't know
His
about
brother. I think his brother passed away too as well, right, Kev? If I remember correctly.
I think his brother died. I don't know who's running that country now. Yeah.
Let me put who runs Cuba.
Yeah, I think he died. So we're gonna move on to Kevin brought this to my attention, and I am 100% in agreement with this. Uber now has they've rolled out some kind of new plan where if you are a female, and if you are a woman and you only want a female Uber driver, you can now click something on the app and you will get a female Uber. You will get a female Uber driver. And some men are protesting, some men are suing. I think there's a class action suit against Uber because of this, because the man is calling it discrimination. But last year alone, I don't know if you guys know this, between Uber and Lyft, they recorded over 400,000 sexual assaults on women, taking these riding in these rideshare cars. So I absolutely understand why there's a need to have female Uber drivers, but apparently some men don't feel there's a need for it. But I don't even know why this is a thing. Why is this why is this like why are we even talking about this, Kev? I know why they need female Uber drivers. If Kev, if you had to send call Patricia Uber, would you not rather a female Uber driver pick up? If I had to send my girl out somewhere, I would feel much more comfortable with a female Uber driver.
Who would you feel more comfortable with, Carl?
That's what I just said. A female Uber driver.
You feel more comfortable with a female Uber driver than a male?
Yes.
Now, why is that? Do you think the male's going to do something to you, or you think the male's a bad driver, or what's your thought behind that?
Why would I feel if I had to send my girl on an Uber?
No, I'm talking about you personally, like you.
I don't care. I don't.
So you don't care either way, okay? But if you had to send your girl somewhere, you prefer the lady to be a female.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care, but because I mean, like I said, they had over 400 sexual assaults on women. From
Uber drivers, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like a woman gets, she's at a bar, she had a few drinks, she gets, she's feeling a little tipsy, she can't drive or take public transportation. Figure out, jump in the Uber, at least make it. No, as soon as the Uber driver sees she's a little tipsy, he's pulling over somewhere, he's in the back seat trying to, it happens all the time. All the time. There's a reason. Why do we have the NAACP? Because white people weren't acting right? So we had to come. Why do we have women's shelters? Right? This is stuff that we have to come up. Why do we have orphanages? Because there's a need for it. So there's a need for female Uber drivers because men don't know how to act. Right? We don't.
I agree, man.
Or you want women, you have people that would rather choose women because they feel comfortable.
Right.
You got to remember, you have women that has been sexually assaulted by men, or they were abused by men, and they have a trigger if they see a man. So if you are giving just like we have a choice to choose a car, we can choose a regular size car, or we can choose a bigger size car, or we can choose one of those what you call a celebrity car. We have choices to choose the cars. So why we don't have a choice on choosing our drivers? That's just it's just men having a little hissy fit, and they need to relax, okay? They really need to relax.
All right, so here's some people's reactions to the Uber driver choosing women.
Should women be able to request only women drivers when using rideshare apps? Well, Uber says yes. Let's get into this news story, okay? Uber just rolled out a new feature across the U.S. called Women Preferences. It lets women riders request a female driver through the app. They can choose it when booking a ride, reserve it in advance, or set it as their default preference. Women drivers also have the option to only accept rides from women. So the drivers can also only accept rides from women drivers. Uber first piloted the Women Preferences feature in 2025 in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Detroit. I'm actually in Detroit, Metro Detroit, and I did use it last year. For the first time, I had a work trip, and I'm in New York. I had a work trip in New York, and I used it going to the airport, and I did select women that I wanted a female driver. But anyways, it says this feature came after years of feedback from women drivers and riders who said they would feel safer or more comfortable riding with another woman, especially during late night trips. And yeah, see, like in my case, I'm always taking like an early flight or a late flight home. And yeah, I like having a female ride. It was a preference.
This wouldn't have to be a thing if you guys wasn't such fucking creeps. No, seriously, there's a time and a place for everything, and that time is not when a woman is in the back seat of your car. What am I talking about? Uber introduced countrywide an option for women to match with only women drivers. And some guys are upset about this. And in my opinion, all of you guys who are upset about this, you guys are outing yourselves as fucking creeps. Okay? Now, me personally, I don't see an issue with this. Why? Because I've heard and seen countless stories of women telling me that the driver hit on them, the driver asked for their number. Like, do you know how fucking creepy that is? To be driving someone to their home, you have their address, and that same person is asking you out and making advances at you that you don't fucking want. But, ladies, on the other hand, right, this whole women-only thing can become a slippery slope, because as a man, can the male drivers opt out of picking up female passengers? Because we are in the era of the false accusation. We're not going to act like it's only the men who are out here fucking stuff up. It is not. So I think it'd be fair for Uber to allow men to opt out of picking up female passengers as well. Also, me as a passenger, can I opt out of having a female driver? Because
So apparently some men are now suing Uber and Lyft over the women-only ride option. Shocking. Men thinking only of themselves. Couldn't have predicted that plot twist. Guys, newsflash, we didn't invent this feature because we were bored. We didn't gather in a coven and say, sisters, tonight we discriminate. No. This exists because women keep getting raped, trafficked, assaulted, harassed, or murdered in ride shares. Uber's own reports and court records show over 400,000 reports of sexual assault or misconduct between 2017 and 2022. Every 8 minutes. Which means during the time it takes to watch this video, there's a good chance another report will be filed. But instead of asking, why do women feel unsafe? Some of these guys sprint straight to, oh, this discriminates against me. It hurts my earnings.
I didn't know it was that many that's being raped and abused.
Yes.
I didn't know. I know that it was a white girl. She wound up getting killed in a car. She got in the wrong car or whatever, it's the stuff like that, But oh my gosh, I didn't know they was doing that.
A lot of it is women, because when women go out to bars and they get a little drunk, well, they're not able. They take an Uber home. And that's when these men, do their shenanigans. That's when they jump in the back seat, or they pretend to help the women inside to the apartment or the house or whatever. And while they're in there,
They
So
wound up getting hurt.
yeah,
Do they check to see if they got any sexual
yeah,
I want to do Uber check that.
they supposedly do, but
check a registry to see if they got a but most men that are abusers or predators, some of them don't even have records because they haven't been caught yet.
Yeah, supposedly do.
But that's horrible. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were. Oh, that's horrible. So again, we need choice. It's nothing wrong. It's a business. It's male and female is able to work. So why we don't have choice? That's just men being very disgusting. Just like the men that's in Somalia. They got mad because they told them that they cannot have sex or get married to children, and they lost their mind. They was crying, saying it was against the law to do this to them. Something is wrong with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? For y'all to be complaining about that when, like the girl said, how about if they doing it for a reason? Because women don't feel safe.
Well, of course they're doing it for a reason. There's a reason for it.
Right.
What do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention, which means something had to be happening for them to come up with. Right? Yeah. 400,000 sexual assaults between 2017 and and now like 400,000.
I didn't do for me. I did like this. Wow.
Yeah.
They pick and choose who they want. First of all, I'm not getting in no cab drunk as than a Cooter Brown. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Because I don't trust nobody. I don't trust. That's why I wasn't drunk when I was in New Orleans. I do not trust anybody. I'm not getting drunk because, like you said, that is a time that you can try to take advantage of someone. You understand what I'm saying? Or you on drugs or something like that. So I shout out to Uber for doing it. I actually like to see women drivers. It's nothing wrong with it. It's good. You know, they're driving. They got to make money too.
You seen women driving? No, I'm just joking.
No, I saw a few women and I gave them a shout out. Like if they pull up, I'm like,
I thought we did.
girl,
I
go
just
ahead, girl. They done gave you they let you drive. And you know, want to hear something? It's a lot of the women from other countries. So that helped them too because they able to get jobs. Because you know when they come here to America, they get waiting to exhale. Because in their own country, women can't do a lot. Women can't drive. Women can't do this. They got to do everything with their man. You know, so now this is opening up doors for a lot of women. And look, I think they can choose also who they pick up. So the driver can choose who they pick up, and the people that is using the rides can choose who they pick up. So I don't think anything is wrong with it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a need for it. I see nothing wrong with it. Kevin agrees with me. And even the guy who said that men should be able to opt out of picking up women, that's a red flag. Like, why are you, what, you don't trust yourself? Like,
Yeah.
oh, why are you opting out? Well, he's saying they could falsely accuse the man of sexual assault. But all these Uber drivers, they have dash cams. And the dash cam films. If you're an Uber driver, you don't have a dash cam that films what's going on inside your car, then there's something wrong with you, or you just stupid, or because every Uber driver should have a dash cam.
That's right. So nobody won't accuse you of anything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you having an issue picking up women, then you probably need to check yourself. Or you drive Uber, go pick up a hooker. You know what I mean?
You heard what they said. Anyone that's out there getting upset, that means they probably suspect themselves.
Shut off the Uber meter, whatever it is, and go pick up a hooker. And then, once you're done, go start your route again or whatever. All right. So we're going to wrap it up. I
got to say something real fast.
Sure, yeah,
I just found out Castro's brother is still alive, Ruel Castro. He's 93, but he passed on, I think, to like a vice president or something that took over Cuba now because he's 93 years old.
Right. I know it's something
he's still alive.
Yes. Yeah, so he's no longer running Cuba. And Cuba, I don't know what's going on in Cuba, but they're running low on gas, food, all kinds of stuff. I'm not sure what's going on in Cuba.
You know what's going on. They blocking them. They're blocking them. Remember, other countries help them. So if they're going through war or going through oil, it's going to be hard for them to get help because they don't want the help from America. Because America comes with rules and regulations. You understand what I'm saying? So I can get it. And like I said, they do need their own help. But also, you don't want to have somebody help you that's going to slap you or rob you,
Yeah. 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 So we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for checking out today's show. I want to thank all of you for watching. And did you guys see the video? I think I showed this last week, but there are some cups in a store. And there's a guy that goes around and he tests the cups for lead poisoning. And he tested a bunch of cups at a store. And the only cups that had lead poisoning in them were the cups that had black girls, something to do with black girls.
What?
Those are the only, here it is, if you don't believe me. And this is happening in 2026.
What is this about, y'all? Maybe you guys can help me understand what's going on here. So this guy goes to the 5 and below, right? And he's testing out these cups for lead. He's got his green spray and his little UV light going around touching these cups and seeing that they're positive for lead. And wouldn't you know it, none of the cups come back positive for lead except for the cups that have to do with black girls, y'all. Black Girl Magic. In the month of February, they're posting these, but the only ones that come back for lead are the ones that have to do with black girls.
Worry? Yeah, you really don't have to worry. No lead free? Nope. Negative. Oh, something there. I thought that 5 Below was going to be the first one not to have any lead, but I was wrong. Black girl magic, more like green girl magic. Definitely has enough to glow, but it seems like it's only, wow. I'm confused about this. Is it all over the place, or is this just coming off because I'm flipping it? Oh wow, you can actually see it. Oh my gosh, you can see it flowing down the cup. Not the safest cup in the world.
So what is this about, y'all? It's 2026 and you still have them people coming after us. Why? What did we do to y'all? What did our women do to y'all, or even us? What did we do to y'all? Do y'all know what lead does to your body? Do you want to know why so many melanated women, and I heard men alike, do you want to know why y'all have anemia? Now, this is nothing new, because they've always been doing this type of stuff regardless. But on Black History Month, you're advertising a brand new cup and y'all did this to it? Y'all put lead in it? This right here is crazy, y'all. And just the fact that he's even tripping off of this. We can never win by joining a system that was never created for us in the first place, y'all. We will never win. This is why we must starve the parasite. All I gotta say is, I'm gonna let the sun do the talking. That's it, bro. That's it. The shift is here, man. Let me know what you got to look at that jump, boy. That shit look like a square, boy. Look at that. Razingan ass son, boy. Look at this shit. The shift is here. Let's get it. Peace in.
That's just
That's disturbing. That's
that make
disturbing.
me want to go and check, all my black girl cups, or people that gave me cups, and and to know that it could have some type of lead, some type of way they trying to get our ass. So again, ladies, that's a message for y'all. Please be careful with the cups. It's just, so what, we got to walk around with a lead thing now, to find out, to make sure. We got to have the lead thing. We got to have infrared lights for trans. We got to do all of this. Like, it's just like, wow.
Yeah, survival out here. The survival. We're so hated, and the black women are hated. Malcolm X said black women are the most hated people in the world. So,
but why? I mean, I'm asking why. I know the answer. Why?
You know why? Because they want us to stop procreating.
Yeah.
They want, so they do things to our food, to our clothing, to our cups now. It's just really sad. So I hope that they write the companies, that is making these glasses. Why is these glasses full of lead and the other ones is not? You understand what I'm saying? Why black have to be the lead one?
for the record, there's no black man anywhere on this whole planet, especially in the United States of America, that's putting lead in cups for white women to drink.
Right. We don't have the time. Y'all do not live rent free in our head, because we really don't care, because we are so busy thinking about surviving in this world, taking care of our children, paying bills, paying our rent. We don't have time enough to put lead or put stuff in your waters and all that. So we don't have time enough for that. But y'all have enough time to put lead. And so even down to the makeup, a lot of people don't understand. We need to go into clean makeup, clean products that don't have all, like we had when we had the young lady on there talking about how all these products have so much stuff in it. That's not good for us. You understand? We need to have stuff that's clean and don't have all those preservatives that's not good for us, because that's what's killing us.
Yeah. Kevin, and to your point, there's no black man putting lead in cups of white people, but I guarantee there's a black man out there stopping people. If anybody wanted to put lead in a cup for white women, there'd be a black man out there stopping them from doing it.
Word.
No doubt. Believe that 100%.
Yeah.
Word.
Oh, I mean, these people, they think of, and people want to say, stop talking about racism. It doesn't exist anymore. We need to move on. Morgan Freeman say the reason racism still exists is because black people keep talking about it. So we're supposed to see stuff like this about these cups with the black girl magic that are the only cups that are loaded with lead poison in, and we're not supposed to say anything, Morgan, Mr. Freeman. We're not supposed, if we stay quiet, they will just stop putting lead poison in these cups. What are we supposed to do? Just, be quiet?
Yes, that's what they want. They want us to be quiet and continue to dribble, play games, play music, entertain them, don't say anything. So that's what they want. But because we live in a social media era, and we also live in an educational thing now, because a lot of people are waking up. We're finding out what they're doing to us. You understand? And then it's so deep because you got people in the South that's not even thinking about the things that we're thinking about. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm happy that these things are coming out and it needs to be talked about. You need to be careful with the shampoos, the conditioners. You need to be careful with the lotions, the men lotions, the men deodorant. All of this stuff is not good for us. But we buy it, and they sell it to us because we buy it. So again, we have to be careful with a lot of these products that we are using.
Yeah, I was on TikTok the other day, and I'm always looking to shop black, and I was about to buy some shea butter. Black people and I thought it was a black person, selling, and then when I looked into it deeper, I found it was a Chinese company that was selling shea butter. They had black people, well, probably AI, and it was because it was being shipped from China. I'm like, why is this being shipped from China? You know what I mean? Then the deep right dog, it wasn't even a black woman selling it. It was a Chinese guy in China selling me shea butter.
Yeah, no, it's 100%. Me being a professional beauty artist, I did boxes, like the relaxer boxes,
Yeah.
Dr. Miracles, African Pride. I'm thinking that all of these are black owned.
Yeah.
When I got there, it was a white man that owned it. He had an African wife. Okay. And I was like, all this time, I'm thinking African Pride, all of these things. It's owned by white people. So yeah, you must be careful. But they do have shea butter that comes straight from Africa. That's why I go to African festivals. Or I go to these different things that happen in the community that we can go and buy these things. And I stack up on them there, that we don't have to go into the Chinese store to get it, because I'm not getting it from y'all too, because y'all are copiers. Y'all copy stuff, and then y'all good at copying the bags, y'all good at copying the bottles, and they can put their own products in there. You understand? Just to sell it, so they don't have to go to the people that really, is really selling this stuff. So again, we have to really be careful on the products that we use and stop supporting people that do not support us.
Yes. Yes. With that, we're going to wrap it up. And before we go, Tiffany, anything you want to share that you learned on tonight's show?
You heard what I said. Stop supporting other people and support us. No. But no, I'm just saying, we learned a lot. And this is why we do the show, because we want to have these conversations and talk about these things. I want to give a shout out to Afroman. I'm gonna be honest, I only knew about Afroman when he did that song How to Get High.
Yeah.
How to Get High. You understand what I'm saying? So for him to fight the system and 7 crying ass Karens, I was happy that he was able to get his justice due. The singer, I don't even know who you are. You will never be blacker. You are a white man, okay?
Jack Harlow.
Yeah, Mark Harlow, you will never be a black man. I don't care. You may be a trans black. I don't care. But I don't buy your music like that. I don't listen to you like that. You not. I think only white people I probably listen to a little bit is John B. Okay? And I like John B a little bit. And that's it. And again, we want to thank everybody for chiming in with us, listening to us, and having this conversation. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. We appreciate you all. I just saw your mother up there, Cav. She said that she is in 100 degrees out there in Arizona.
Send that heat this way. It's cold as hell in New York.
Okay, we need some of that heat, so we definitely want to say thank you. Shout out to all our
What's
family,
up,
friends,
Mom?
and loved ones. We love you. Thank you again. Hope to see y'all next week, the same time here, same black time at 7 o'clock. We will be here. And again, remember, this is protected by fair use only. We do not own the rights to the content or the music. It's our opinions only. That is it. Our opinions only. Again, make sure you like and subscribe and share and let us know what you think. Blessings.
All right, Kev, any words of wisdom before we go?
Words of wisdom. Free Diddy.
Listen, I forgot about Diddy. How much he got like 3.5 years?
No, they say he should be out. I think he's getting out in May, actually. I think they have a release date for May. I think they updated it. He's supposed to get out in June. I think they updated it to May, so he'll be back on the streets in a couple of months, being Diddy. Yeah, Diddy's still in jail, but prison, whatever. But they said May. His release is May of 2026, so he should be back in the street. He sold his jet, so he got some money.
He said
he did sell the jet. I don't think he's gonna be needing the jet anymore. Yeah, he sold his jet. His Lear jet, he sold that, so he won't need. He'll be riding Uber with a pissed off mail driver.
Okay.
Oh yeah, shout out to the female drivers.
Yeah. All right. So, hey, Kevin, what's going? I heard something about Jim Carrey. Is something going on with Jim Carrey? Did he get?
I haven't heard anything about Jim Carrey. I'm going to Google that. Something going on with Jim Carrey I don't know about? I didn't hear anything, Carl.
They said they saw him at a festival, and it looks like he got, I don't know if he got Botox or he got some kind of face reconstruction, facelift or something, but
I got to look into that, man. He was,
Let me look right now.
he looked a little strange last time I saw him, but I think he got into all this woo-saw stuff and all this deep thinking sort of stuff. He's really self-conscious sort of stuff. You know, he got into all that sort of stuff, manifestation and all that. So last time I heard him speaking, he was talking about how he manifested his first $1 million and all that sort of stuff. And so he's talking some real deep stuff. So and then I saw him put a post out about how much he hates Trump. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah,
they saw him at. And people were saying is Jim Carrey is not Jim Carrey. It is, it's not, it is, it's not. They weren't sure because it looks like him, but it looks like a younger. It looks like he had some kind of face stuff done. So I thought, you know, being that you were out there in the comedy world, that you might have heard that.
No, I haven't seen anything on him other than I do follow him on Instagram, but I haven't seen any of his posts.
They put this up, right? Look what he looked like he doing. He took on off a face. So that was something. This was on his page. So it looked like it's real fake, and then he just like pulled something off. First of all, we don't know what's going on with Jim Carrey. Second, you know, Jim Carrey hangs out with David Chappelle and them. Those is like his really good friends. And stuff like that. He still is with them. I think that he sees the world for what it is, especially with his white people, and he wants to stay away. And he feels safe with black people.
I agree with that, actually. I mean, I listened to him talk. And he's always just talking like, you know, spiritually and talking about, you know, I don't think he wants to be, you're right. I don't think he wants to be a part of what's going on right now in America. I think he's keeping to himself, and hopefully he's taking care of his money and, you know, because I don't think he's done a movie or anything of that nature in a long time.
He hasn't did anything in years. And again, you got to remember, these are celebrities, super celeb, because we know you and Cav is a celebrity. You and Carl is a celebrity. He is a celebrity. He sees things on a whole different level. And remember, he's a white man. So he's seeing stuff, and that shit probably made him say, you know what, I'm just going to stand this one out. You know, you got people that left America until Trump leaves. You understand what I'm saying? So it could be that he can't deal with it. And you got to remember, too, y'all comedians, y'all go through y'all ups and downs. Y'all have y'all mental issues. That's what make y'all be who y'all are. Y'all play different personalities, you know, so maybe it's just too much and he'd rather just chill in the limelight. And they probably calling for him to do stuff. They want him. I mean, come on, he did The Grinch. He's an awesome artist. You know, he's an awesome actor. It's just that he probably don't want to deal with these demons and devils.
Yeah. Hey Kev, I heard Dave Chappelle opened a brand new comedy club in Ohio as a state.
We should go.
Yeah, they actually started just followed me. His comedy club just followed me on Instagram a few days ago. I didn't know who it was. I looked and saw who was following me, and it was Dave Chappelle's comedy club. So yeah.
Yeah.
So we should go, y'all. Why you don't think we should
I
go?
want to go. I want Kev to go. I want to go see Kev at this. I
I don't go to no comedy club unless I'm getting paid, Tiffany. Who the hell do you think you're talking to?
First of all, this could be a step up. I mean, why are you acting all light-skinned?
Ain't no step up unless he paying me.
Yeah.
I don't think he's not going to pay you.
It don't work like that, sister. But yeah, if they call me and offer me some money, I'll be there. I'm not going to hang out in the audience and watch other comedians work.
Yeah, people invite me to go watch comedy, and I go, no, comedians don't do that. Like,
we don't do that, Tiffany. That's not what we do. We only go to comedy clubs when we get paid to go to comedy clubs. I don't care if it's Dave Chappelle or Jesus Comedy Club. I ain't going unless they're paying me.
I just learned something. Okay.
It's just a thing with comedians. Like, people, we don't go and watch comedy. We don't go sit in an audience and watch. You know, if I go to
Dave Chappelle knows who I am. If he wants to call me to perform in his club, he can call me. So that's that. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank everyone. Mama Lee's out in Arizona laughing and having a good time at our expense. She's
What's up, Mom?
I'm having to try to scrounge up some firewood for my fireplace while Mama Lee's out there getting the free heat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cold here on the East Coast. You're lying about that.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna close it out with Afroman dancing. He's our new hero. And Donna, thank you for checking in. Mama Lee, thank you. Patricia, thank you. Bridget.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
What do I do with my Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee bobbleheads? Do I get rid of the Chuck Norris bobblehead, man? Or
you can keep them. You know that's your favorite.
Take the head off the Chuck Norris one. Rip the head. Oh, set it on fire. You got some light.
No, or nail it to Bruce Lee's head.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have a Jim Kelly bobblehead, by the way, Tiffany. I did search for a Jim Kelly action doll. I collect all these action dolls, so nobody put a Jim Kelly doll out there. Somebody need to get on the game. Put a Jim Kelly's family. If you watch him, make a doll of Jim Kelly. Stop playing around.
Bobbing his head like
Jim Kelly bobblehead somewhere. I searched for it actually on eBay and all that stuff back in the day. I couldn't find anything, but I because I collect all that sort of stuff.
Wasn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? He was in one of the Bruce Lee movies.
He was in a Bruce Lee movie. Yeah, he was a student of Bruce Lee. Yep, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a Bruce Lee student. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know he was a student. I thought they just put him in the movie because he was.
No, he was a student. Yeah, Bruce had a lot of students. Steve McQueen was a student. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a student. He had a lot of Hollywood people come to him for training back in the day. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had his students, and a lot of them were Hollywood actors who came in to get some training. And yep.
Yeah. All right, people, we will see you guys next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are the Black Therapy Show. And bye, everybody.
All right, we out. Popeye's going out of business. All right.
I want to see that again. I love that.
That's the happy dance.
I love it.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. We in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy, we're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show.